Chazak u'baruch. Morning, everyone. Boker Tov. We're continuing Siman Reish Samech, talking about getting ready for Shabbat. So we spoke yesterday about showering before Shabbat, cutting nails. So when it comes to showering before Shabbat, it goes without saying that women also have this obligation. And another point that we mentioned is that if you're not able to fully shower your entire body, then to wash your face, your hands, and your feet. That's what the Shulchan Aruch says. But the feet is only in a place where feet would get dirty, where a person wears sandals, or it's a sandy place. That was the custom of going out like that. But here, in most countries, we wear socks and shoes, and your feet are not. I mean, they're smelly or whatever, but they're not in the dirt and like other things. So if you're rushing, and you live in such a society that most people live in, then washing hands and face really is the requirement. Also, which is probably obvious, is that it's not just on Erev Shabbat, but also Erev Yom Tov is this requirement too. There's a good question from yesterday. What is considered Erev Shabbat? So Erev Shabbat is Friday, and Thursday night also is technically Erev Shabbat. But really, the best is the closest to Shabbat shows that you're doing it lichot Shabbat. So if you're showering closest to Shabbat, if you're getting a haircut close to Shabbat, you're shaving closest to Shabbat, you're showing that you're doing it lichot Shabbat. But obviously, if a person's working, a person can't do different things. Closer to Shabbat than earlier in the day as well, or even Thursday night, because that's also considered officially Erev Shabbat. And again, if you can't Thursday night, then Thursday afternoon. But the closest to Shabbat shows that it is for Lichvot Shabbat. The Mefarshim over here talk about as well. The Shulchan Aruch doesn't mention it, but going to the Mikve on Erev Shabbat. This is al pi asod, al pi Kabbalah, because we're accepting a new neshama on Shabbat, Tosef and neshama. So it's a good thing to accept. Come into Shabbat on a holier way by going to the mikveh. There's a custom, people try to go to the mikveh on Erev Shabbat. If a person doesn't have a mikveh, or you could also somewhat fulfill, it's not fully the same, definitely not the same for a woman, but somewhat could fulfill it by going into a pool, a swimming pool on Erev Shabbat, having intention of acting like it's a mikveh, having intention, because the main intention of the mikveh is I'm being reborn, I'm doing teshuvah, I want to leave the sins behind me, I want to be like a new person. So these type of things, there is value even if you go in a swimming pool. The Ben Ish Chai writes an interesting thing. Even when a person does go to mikveh in general, if it's, let's say, before Rosh Hashanah or Yom Kippur or Erev Shabbat, if you could go with the waters of the mikveh to be absorbed into your body and not dried, so like air dry, so to speak, then that has value. If, let's say, you are drying yourself, at least to leave some water on you to be absorbed in your body, that is a good thing to do. Last point on this is that the Arizal writes that he would go to the mikveh on Erev Shabbat after he finished Shnai Mikra V'Echad Targum, and that was a proper way to accept the Tosefet Neshama of Shabbat. And again, going to the mikveh closest to Shabbat shows that you're doing it most lichvot Shabbat. Okay, that's that for today. At 9:15, there is the unveiling of the stone of our member, Mr. David El-Fassi, brother of Shalom El-Fassi. Alav Shalom, that's 9:15 in Pardesh Shalom Magen David section. And Minchat tonight is at 4:40. Have a good day, everyone. Tan V'Eliyahu.